Yes, it is a struggle, it is a task to get a first film. Everyone understands that, especially if you're not from the industry. But at the same time, to maintain yourself within the industry, to make sure after the first film you get a second film, that is also another struggle. Hi, this is Manushi Chiller, and you're watching me on thepeepingmoon.com.
Should I call her a warrior princess or introduce her as a Miss World? Who's the woman behind Manushi Chiller? Let's ask her. Hi Manushi. How should I introduce you in a Miss World, or how should I actually introduce you, Manushi? You have to tell me.
I have to tell you, my God, you're asking the wrong person. I'd say maybe introduce me as this girl who's done like completely different things in her life, but and is trying to do the same again through her film.
But guys, this is Manushi Chiller with us at Peeping Moon, and we are going to take you through the journey of Prithvi Raj. If I have to ask you the first question, of course, everyone says making the foray into the film from the pageant. That conversation is no longer that beauty faces can't act anymore. I do not subscribe to that notion. But what I have to ask you is, it was such a brave call without any acting background, and that to picking up the role of a warrior princess in a manner, that's how if I should be introducing Sanyogita, your character.
Yeah. Well, I'd say that, of course, it was a wonderful script. You cannot not want to do a script like that. I never sat and thought about what should be my first film, or I should do a film where the character is so and so. There was a film like this. I really wanted to do it because I knew that, I mean, it's a Yash Raj film. Dr. Saab is directing, and of course, eventually I came to know that Akshay sir was going to be a part of this film. So when such a big team is coming together, when such a big film is happening, then even if you have the slightest of chance, you want to give it your best try. I think that was the thought there. I think I was too young to understand that this is going to be such a big responsibility. It was after, when I was on the film and when I was prepping, is when I realized that, okay, this is not a normal debut. This is not going to be a normal character. This is going to be a character that people have known of, that people already have an image about. And you have to match up to that, A. And B, this is a character that is going to live for a very, very long time. So you need to make sure that there are only good things that stay. So yeah, then I think then the pressure kicked in much later. But for me, the whole decision of becoming an actor and the fact that such a good project, was there, then I guess there was no looking back.
I was asking, what was the factor which kept you going on? Because it can be as unsure as it gets. Medicine to the Miss World pageant, the beauty pageant, I should be saying, and then the films. What kept you going?
I think I've always been a very curious person. I'd say that I like learning. I like trying new things. But yes, this was very different. And for me, it's all been like this little adventure where I had no idea what's going to happen next. But changing from a medicine to coming into whatever, competing at a pageant, I wouldn't say that was a change. That was more like two parallels. And then, of course, taking the decision of coming into films. I don't think I've ever been the kind of person who sat and thought, oh, I can't do this, or oh, this is going to be overwhelming. That thought has never come in my head, and I don't know why. Maybe it's a factor of the fact that I've always been told by my parents from a very young age that you can do whatever you want to do in life. So I guess maybe that's where whatever that inherent feeling of that nothing is too difficult to achieve in life has come from. But I like to learn. I think I've never sat and considered that fear is always going to be there in life. That what if I fail? What if things don't turn out my way? What if I do an awful job at whatever I'm doing? That fear will always be there. And I think that fear is important as long as it doesn't take over everything else and it doesn't pull you down. I think that fear is important because that's the fear that will push you to do better in life. So you need to have a balance of a little bit of fear and a little bit of inspiration to take you ahead.
And a little bit of faith always is there.
Faith always, yeah.
Did you ever imagine when you met Akshay? I think you first met in that Super Night with Padman.
Yeah, at my first TV show.
First TV show. Did you even think at that time that the life will come to a full circle and you will
That's
be the
what-
Yogita to Prithviraj.
So that's a funny thing, you know, when, of course, now we laugh about it. And I tell Sir, I said, Sir, my first film, I'm doing it with you. My first television show, I told him, I said, do you remember that my first television show, I had come for, you know, Super Nights with Padman, and I remember meeting him on stage. Of course, we didn't have much of an interaction then, you know, we just met on stage and whatever little segment we had, that was it. But I think Akshay Sir is very, very special in that way to me. He's probably my lucky charm, because whatever I've done, whatever new I've done in life, you know, he's always been a part of it. So I guess that way there is some that's some sign, that's some connection that we have. And yeah, I mean, he is who he is. I mean, he is someone that we all look up to. He's someone who's been around for so long, someone who's so experienced, someone who's the master of what he does. And getting to work with him in your first film is, of course, it's a very, very big opportunity.
Like, this is something I wanted to ask you because, like, when we say the beauty pageants, the winners, and when they come to the films, you guys also, I have to commend it, have this thick skin because there's so much conjecture and so much troll might not be the word, but there's so much conversation. Like, it can be deafening to the craft which you are entering into because there's so much going around. And like recently, Harnaaz has to go through because she spoke about her journey with weight put on and stuff. How you guys manage it? This is so much scrutiny, not just on just you as an individual, because people perceive a proper persona with you and everything has to be prim and proper. How do you manage the weight of it?
I think there are both sides to it, you know, where on one hand, everyone expects women from the pageant industry to be a certain way. The same people criticize them for being that way. So I think you know, whatever these opinions are, you don't have to bother too much about them. Opinions aren't facts. You can't have everyone love you. There'll always be people, you know, no matter what you do in life, they'll not like what you do, and that's okay. That, you know, that's their opinion. If you're able to listen to their opinion, that shouldn't affect you too much, because I'm sure even you have opinions about others. And I guess I mean, trolling, whatever you've spoken about, I think that's something which is a part and parcel of what we do. It's something that shouldn't affect us. If someone says something good about you, don't let it get into your head. If someone says something bad, don't take it to your heart.
Love.
And talking about, I mean, Harnaaz, I feel that she's been really strong. She's been lovely. The fact that, I mean, people have to understand, since I've also worked with Miss World for a year, you know, when you travel, it's a very hectic schedule. You don't always get time to, you know, catch on. I remember there were times when I'd only get to sleep on my flights because it used to be so hectic. You know, sometimes you go to a certain country and of course you're not going to get the same kind of food that you get back home. So you have to, you know, adjust. And
so many changes.
And it's of course, it's your body, right?
Of course.
There's no time to recover from a jet lag. You know, you've taken a flight from India to a USA and then you're immediately working. So of course, there's a little bit of stress that's there on your body as well. And it's your body, you know, everyone's body fluctuates. We gain weight, we lose weight. It's normal, it's life. And we're all humans. And I feel that we should also look at her as a girl who is doing amazing things in life and just be happy for her. And I'm happy that she is not taken this too seriously. I'm happy that she is being her amazing self, doing an amazing job at, you know, being a Miss Universe from India. And I think that's something which I always believe, that if you don't have something nice to say, then don't say anything. You know, that's okay. You can keep it to yourself. And I just say that people should be kinder to each other. But at the same time, you know, not just for people who are in the public eye. I feel every person, every normal person, you or anyone else, like all of us, we all face a certain criticism in the society that we live in. Everyone does it at a different level. And I feel like as individuals, we should know who we are. We should be happy with who we are. And we have no one else to impress. We have no one else, you know,
so
that we need to prove ourselves to. We need to prove ourselves to ourselves. And in that context, I'd say that everyone, not just public figures, trolling happens at different levels. All of us should not take it too seriously.
If I have to ask you before I even wrap it, I always wondered, when we say that anyone who comes from, like, and you, of course, from the Miss World stage, you're coming to the acting. Were you worried that everyone would be like that you are taking a a different route to come to acting it? Because I was reading comments and like, in हमेशा से beauty queens का तो plan ही acting में आने का होता है. I'm like, yeah, as if everyone is free to consider that as a profession.
I mean, I wish I'd say that this is a stereotype. Where
Yeah,
people feel
that's very strongly rooted. Nobody.
there are a few ways of looking at it. The first point is that if I were to only look at the Indian women who won Miss World, two of them have become actors.
Exactly.
Not the other
Not the
three.
other three.
If I were to look at pageants, they are a lot of work.
Lot
If
of
I
hard
wanted to
work.
be an actor, I would catch a flight to Bombay, come here, audition, learn acting, do other things, and it's not like there's a lot of hard
There's a
work
lot
that
of hard
goes
work.
into.
A lot of hard work.
And also the chance factor, I mean, we were 30 girls who were competing at Miss India. You know that one can only be the winner. Then there are 120 girls competing at Miss World. Only one can be the winner.
Exactly.
The chance
You
factor,
have proved your merit as well.
but I mean the probability is so less. So I guess I mean I think that's the part that people usually forget to consider. And I feel most importantly, what really plays a role here is that we're all outsiders, and getting recognized, getting noticed is a very big part of being a part of the industry. What a Miss World or any other pageant, what it does for you is it gives you a platform where people from the industry know about you, which they wouldn't if you were a normal outsider. Hence, that definitely is an added advantage. But I don't think we ever got that advantage. No one gave us that. We earned it. So, I mean, I think that is a little bit of credit that I think I'll give to all the women who won beauty pageants.
Yeah, because even if you say that a beauty queen makes it to the films, she became a beauty queen.
I mean, we've already had a different kind of a journey.
And you cannot discredit that journey because
yeah.
Out of thousands of girls, they managed to be on the top. So there must be something about them.
And I'll also say one more thing about films. Yes, it is a struggle. It is a task to get a first film. Everyone understands that, especially if you're not from the industry. But at the same time, to maintain yourself within the industry, to make sure after the first film you get a second film, that is also another struggle. So there'll always be a certain kind of hard work that will be attached to different stages. Some people might find one stage more challenging than the other, which is all right. But I'd say that everyone has their own set of issues or set of challenges that they have to face in their own way. I mean, which is also okay. But of course, there is a certain level of love that I have for Miss World, because they gave me a platform, they gave me an experience which has helped me in life. And I know that if not films, even if I would have done anything else, I would have had a certain level of experience and a certain level of understanding that I got at such a young age, and I would have been able to do it in an even better manner.
That's so lovely. Before I close, this is the last thing I'll ask you, Manushi. How difficult it was when, of course, you made up your mind, fine, and I read the part where you said that how Adi recognized you and thought that you would be the best fit to play the role of Sanyukta. When you came on the sets for the first day, and you haven't learned acting, like there has been no formal training for that, how scary can it get that suddenly you're in a completely unknown zone? There are just, as you have said, all the seniors you're surrounded by.
Yeah.
Do you even doubt or question yourself that, oh my God, did I do the right thing? I'm like, can I really do this? The doubts, because you're not even you're not like learned or proficient in the craft for that matter. You're evolving with it.
Like I just said, you're constantly questioning yourself in life, right? But I will give myself credit for the fact that whatever I've done in the last 5 years, I've always managed to find myself in a position where I've entered a world that I know nothing about. And this has happened to me again and again in life. And I think that's what life is. And I've accepted this is my destiny. This is my life. I'm going to be thrown into a situation that I have no idea about, but that's how you grow. That's how you grow when you enter a new environment, when you come out of your comfort zone, when you leave your smaller pond and enter the larger one. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. That's how you experience things. And I'm happy that I'm getting all these experiences at such a young age. So I feel like somewhere that adds a lot of value to who I am today and to to how my life is today. And I have stopped questioning myself or questioning my life, because I do like to sit and, my parents also, they sit and they always laugh. They said that she always ends up, doing something completely different, something completely new. But I am curious, and somewhere maybe I attract that because I want to learn. And I feel that if you compare your life to how long the universe has existed or how long the earth has existed, it's such a small time. It's such a small period of time.
Not even a fraction of
It's not even a fraction of like anything.
anything.
So I feel like, but I am in this world and I want to learn and I want to experience and I want to see what are the possibilities of life. And I think that's somewhere that thought in my mind kind of drives me to try different things, to try new things and not limit myself. Because if I'm from a doctor's family and if I've grown up around children who want to become doctors and lawyers, yes, that's what I wanted for myself in my life. But I don't want to completely limit myself to that.
That doesn't mean, you can't have dreams beyond that once.
Yeah, of course. And I feel like I'm happy. I always felt I wanted to explore the possibility of competing at a Miss World. And fortunately, I got to do that. And after that, of course, now I'm getting to explore the world of films and the film industry, which again is very, very exciting. And I hope, like, even in the future, I hope I find myself in more situations where I don't know anything about, about whichever situation that I'm in. But I guess that's how you grow and that's how you learn.
That's lovely. Manushi, as I'm closing, give me just one word answer. Who was the first person or any person till now date which actually managed to get you starstruck? Because what I have seen, at least in my interview time with you, there's this lot of calm and compose in this poise. But who was the one who actually got you? Oh, hello.
I think Narendra Modi.
And I was hoping for a Bollywood celebrity answer.
No. I met him when I just won Miss World. And for the first time, he has an aura. Yeah.
I gotta give it, no Bollywood star is making the cut. Not happening. I genuinely was thinking that I might get a very candid answer like, say an SRK.
Well, I met our Prime Minister before I met an SRK. Hence.
So you met the biggest celebrity of the nation, I would have to say. So you were very well prepared. But thank you so much. This has been such a nice interview. I never thought that I would be discussing everything almost except the film. But I ended up discussing...
Actually, we ended up discussing
everything under the sun. But thank you so much.
Thank you. And please do watch the film.
Definitely.
It's coming out on the 3rd of June.
Yes. And I cannot wait to see the Warrior Princess Agra as I introduced you, because I think you will really, really make it worth it.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. All the best.
Thank you.